Kange to zenye zone tawa tanje pambi chitambi chene donze pa kontam de la chasa. Toni ninji zondun jimbe lam chinche samze kanje tendrunga chana pe me tenze chasa so ante se shin duranda so. Lama sanje lama jinde je lama gende te kunji chiwa lama yi lama nam la chasa. Sanje jodan zoji chona la janje pa de dani che shedagi ji sonje ve zo. Dola benji sanje doba showa sanje choda soji chona la janje pa de dani che shedagi ji sonje ve zona. Dola penchi sanje doba showa sanje choda soji chona la janje pa de dani che dagi ji sonje ve zona. Dola penchi sanje doba showa. So according to Buddhist philosophical view, and in a Buddhist idea, if your mind is pure, everything is pure for you. If you think I'm happy, then we can be happy. If you think my family is good, my wife is good, and my husband is good, then all this can be good for you. Always you think positive, then will be everything will be okay. And we should think like this. If we have enough food, I have enough money, I have everything, so I'm a happy person. Always we should think like this. Oh, I'm so lucky. I have enough food, I have enough money, I have a good family, so I'm happy. You must be satisfied with what you have and appreciate it what you have. If we don't think like this, then we never be satisfied. Whether we are rich or not, we will never be satisfied. This, everything depends on mind. Whether this is true or not, you will know by the observing on our own minds, and learn more about the mind. You will know well, So that's why we should meditate on mind and understand more about mind. It's very important, okay? As I mentioned before, you should be keep in your mind. Mind is, everywhere in our body. And mind, there are many different minds, subtle minds, gross minds. This is very unique, very specific, this Buddhist viewpoint. Subtle mind, the most subtle mind, not related to our brain. After totally, there's a damage of breath and stop brain and brain death, but still we have subtle mind, center of our heart. So that's why some people after death, 3 days, more than 3 days, 4 5 days, their body remains very fresh and without any bad smell and decay. So that means still this body, this person have certain mind, center of heart. And some very high practitioners after brain death, they meditate on clear light. Some practitioners meditate on clear light for 20 days, 21 days, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Still their body very fresh, never change body color, and it's never smell bad smell, decay. So that means still this body, this person has settled mind. According to the Buddhism viewpoint, still he is not died. Because we believe when this subtle mind departure from the heart, then this is meaning of death, brain death, and your heart always stop bump, but still he is not dead. That's why according to the Buddhist tradition, we should keep someone after someone death. We should keep 3 days, minimum 3 days. 3 days. We keep 3 days at home. If today die, died, we call diet. Okay, then just the death. Tomorrow you cremation. Tomorrow some clean. Sometimes this very dangerous to make create bad karma to kill someone. We force the his subtle mind departure from his body. This is meaning of killing. Forcefully our mind body is separated, and the mind departure from this body. This is meaning of the killing. So that's why we should learn more about mind and look at the mind, meditate on mind. It's very important. Always a few minutes meditate on mind, look at mind. Mind is very clear. Mind, true nature of mind is emptiness, clear light. But so my mind has a power, potential to know everything, see everything. Always we meditate on meditate on mind and look at mind. This is very important. Take care of mind. So we must try to practice compassion, and all of us we show compassion and pure love through the words, deeds, thoughts to families and friends. If we do that, everyone will love and trust. Everyone will be happy with you and forever. In a practical, when we talk to parents, we must compassionately talk to them. When we take care of them, we compassionately take care of them. If we want to share something with them, compassionately share with them. And verbally, physically, mentally, then everyone can see compassion, your compassion. Everyone can see your compassion power. Then, as I mentioned, then if you touch someone, they are happy. If you shake, they will be very happy, compassionately. And if you smile, compassionately, with compassion, smile to others, they are very happy. So we will try, and we will see. So in this way, we can make our wishes also come true. And according to the Buddhist philosophy, of course, if we make many people happy, many people trust us, then this, easy. We can make our wishes, our wishes make success and fulfilled. This is also very good for this life. I don't talk about the in next life, compassion and love, kindness we need in this life, for this body, for this mind, for our family, for our friends, for our life, life ourselves. Really, So anyway, so how to generate compassion and bodhicitta? According to the this Shangi Deva's teaching, Atisha's teachings, there's the different seven causes and effects, instruction, method to develop compassion. Okay, the seven causes and effects that are very special method, special instruction to the generate bodhicitta and the compassion. This is very important. The first one is to recognize all the sentient beings as our mother in past life. But basically, you must understand, a little bit understand about mind and past life, next life. Then you can practice these seven causes and effects to generate compassion and bodhicitta. If you don't believe in a past life, then I don't know. This is not easy to understand these seven causes and seven methods to generate the compassion. The recognize all the sentient beings as our mother in a past life. That means, of course, we should believe in a past life, isn't it? So as I mentioned that before, we have many different minds. When after death, our brain, this is gross level minds, five senses and eye consciousness total disappear with the brain. Gross minds disappear at that time, same time when stop brain and stop heart. But still we have subtle mind. This subtle mind goes to next life. After death, some people get some blood from nose. This is a sign of his subtle mind departure. This is the meaning of death. Outside sign. And body decay and body get smell, bad smell. This is a sign of death. Before this body very fresh, no decay and no bad smell, no any blood come from nose. So he's still alive. According to Buddhist, still his subtle mind there in body, center of heart. So this body goes to Bado to their next life. So that's why our mind from the past mind. Past mind is from past mind. Our small baby, from the moment of the birth, this baby's mind from mother's womb, baby. Mother's womb, this small baby have mind. This mind from past life, past Bado, and past life. So like this, because mind has a special cause, substantial cause of mind. Mind not from account the four elements, for water. Mind is not come from water and soil and blood and drops, fire, rocks. No, mind of course need come from substantial cause, substantial cause of mind itself. Because potatoes from potato. Potatoes never come from tomato. Tomatoes from tomato. Flowers from, they have different unique seeds. Without this kind of the substantial cause, seed never grown, Exactly the same. Blood from blood, meat from meat, these are genes, and, our mind from mind. And so we many things, we don't need to learn when we, when we are very young baby. We know many things, because this, something like depends on our past karma. And so many people in these times, so many people can remember their past life. According to the scientist people, according to Google, more than 3,500 people could remember their past life. Some of them recognize, what was, cause of their death. And they have, four parents, two father, two mother. They recognize their, past family, past parents. So how they could remember their past life? If we don't have past life, if we don't have a next life, how they could remember past life? Isn't it? In India, in other countries, so many young babies remember their past life in Tibet, in Nepal. If you don't have past life, then of course it's impossible to remember. This is a proof, isn't it? To be happy in past life and next life. And so, to recognize all the sentient beings as our mother in the past life, that means, we had numberless lifetimes already. We had numberless mothers, numberless fathers. Each lifetime change our parents. When we were born from animal, we had animal father, animal mother. When we were born from a human being, we had human father and mother. Each lifetime change our father and mother. So that's why all the sentient beings, as our mother in the past life. Once in our mother, as our mother in the past life. We cannot say you will never be my father, never mother. We cannot say. So that's why first we should, recognize all the sentient beings as our mother in past life. This is a very important part of, practice and compassion, generate compassion method to, So according to Buddhist philosophical view, our life, is beginners, beginners, we cannot say when we start our life. So that's why we had numberless lifetimes, numberless mothers, numberless fathers. So that's why, if we cannot say you never be my father and never be my mother. So we should, show respect it to everyone as our father and mother. That's why we should, this to recognize all the sentient beings as our mother in the past life. So, so that's why, according to the Buddhist viewpoint, we cannot kill any animals, any insects, and cockroach. So we cannot kill, because if we kill them, so of course we killed our father and mother, our past mother, past, this father. Of course, they were very kind to us. then numberless lifetimes sacrifice for us. Exactly the same as in this mother, this father, present father, mother. That always first we should to recognize all the sentient beings as our mother in past life. This is very important. Then when you see someone or on the street suffer and you see very poor, then you can remember, oh, he was my father and my mother in my past life. So I must do something for him. I try to protect her to him. I want to save him. I want to help him because he was uh, because he was my mother in my past life. And so that's why this we of course everyone same kind to me. In this life you don't like me, okay, doesn't matter. In the past life you are my mother, you kind to me, you sacrifice for me a lot, exactly the same as my this mother. So how I can say you are my enemy? How I can realize you are my enemy? For example, and second, to remember all the mother sentient beings' kindness. Be mindful of their kindness. Remember their kindness. All the mother sentient beings. Remember all the mother sentient beings' kindness. Kindness. To remember all the sentient beings' kindness. Be mindful of their kindness. As I mentioned, all the sentient beings as a mother in a past life, so they are kind to me. They are very kindness. I should remember their kindness because they are my mother, as my mother in the past life. How can I ignore it? How I can give up them? Especially physically is okay. According to the as a Buddhist idea, physical distance does matter. But mentally, you cannot give up anyone. In this life, at this time, someone don't like you. You also dislike. Physically, you keep distance is okay, doesn't matter. But you cannot, give up from your mind. Mentally, you never give up. Cannot give up. If you want to practice compassion, if you want to compassion and love, for sentient beings equally, and if you want to practice bodhicitta, you cannot give up them from your mind. Mentally, you cannot give up. Especially physically, okay, sometimes that is due to situation and condition, and uh, we become very far from each other. According to the Buddhism, you cannot say he is my enemy, he is my friend, or very big different. So I want to practice for them, not this them. We cannot say this. We cannot discrimination. If you practice like this is not genuine compassion. This is a fake. This is compassion. This is not compassion. This is maybe attachment. We cannot say like this. Oh, I compassion for all the sentient beings, exceptional, my enemy. We cannot say like this. If you give up someone, if you give up for someone, also animals or human beings, you cannot practice compassion for all the sentient beings. It is impossible. if you create discrimination like this, So that's why we recognize, so remember all mother sentient beings kindness. So there's all the mother sentient beings, kind to us in the past life, helped us in the past life, sacrifice for us in the past life, give food, clothes, and helped us in the past life. Exactly same as this present mother and father. So how we can give up then? How we can discrimination between this pair, parents, present parents, and past parents? Exactly the same. Last year someone give you 100,000. In this year, today someone give you 100,000. It's just the same, same kind to you. We cannot forget, oh, he gave me last year. We cannot say this is not kindness. I don't want to remember his kindness. We cannot say like this. Exactly the same as, you know, who have to you today and last year, same. So all the sentient beings the same as it's like this, We should remember their what is kindness. To remember all the mother sentient beings, kindness means if you remember mother's kindness, father's kindness, friend's kindness, you can remember sister kindness, uncle's kindness. We should remember like this. Who are most kind to you in this life? You can remember their kindness. Not only mother. Father is most kind to you. You can remember mother's kindness, father's kindness. And the third ones, repay their kindness. You know, repay their kindness. As I mentioned that before, repay their kindness means not to give something food and cloth, We must pray for them, dedication for them, practice for them, learn for them. We must be good person for them and do something benefit of all the sentient beings, especially for our mother sentient beings. This is the best way to repay their kindness. That means always we cannot forget their kindness. Always you try to do something for mother sentient beings. First, you must do something for your family, then your friends, then your neighbors. Then, if you can do something for all the sentient beings, you must do. For example, according to Buddhist philosophical view, we repent their kindness means you offer one cup of the water, you offer one butter lamp. You should visualize and prayer. This is butter lamp for all the sentient beings, all the mother sentient beings. This is of course one part of this repent their kindness practice. And you must commitment, oh, I never harm to others. If I can help others, I must help. If I cannot help to others, I must, stop harm to others, give up harm to others. Because all the sentient beings as my mother in the past life. If you remember like this, remind yourself. This is repent their kindness. Depends on your motivation. As I mentioned, many practitioners, when they eat, they visualize and they eat for other sentient beings. They, eat for the hungry ghosts, animals, Before they eat, they offer it to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and deities, gods, protectors, for the benefit of all the sentient beings. All this practice can be repaying their kindness. Through this practice, we can repay their kindness. Repay their kindness means not only give you something from our hand. That's meant like this. As I mentioned that before, some Buddhist practitioners are very poor. They had nothing. They have nothing, but they achieve Buddhahood. They practice, this seven, effect, seven causes and effect to the cultivate compassion and bodhicitta. Because everything depends on mind, Become mind meaning, become Buddha, become achieve Buddha means our mind achieve Buddhahood, not this physical body. If your mind totally open and totally in this awake from the ignorance, this is the meaning of Buddha. Then he know everything, see everything, because no more any obstructions and obstacles and delusions and bad karmas. So totally open your mind. This is the meaning of a Buddha. Then you can see everything directly. You can see true nature of things, nature of yourself, nature of life, nature of mind. Now, our mind is very clear and clean and clear light, but diluted by our emotions, negative emotions, bad karmas, delusions, repeated, diluted by the distance. So we should take out, make it clean, wash our mind through the meditation and mental training and study. Take out these, negative emotions, negative thoughts, and delusions. Take out, take out, take out. Then finally, totally awake and open, enlightened. This is the meaning of the Buddha. Free from all the bad emotions, sufferings, delusions, root of delusions, root of ignorance. This is the meaning of the Buddha. If someone achieved Buddhahood, this doesn't mean something change on this body. Change mind. We should change mind. We should, our mind should be our mind, free from delusions, ignorance, root of ignorance, bad karmas. This is the meaning of Buddha. That's why you can achieve Buddhahood in a cave, have without without any good higher living condition. You can achieve Buddhahood. Buddhahood is not depends on your physical, not depends on your place, not depends on only your teacher. Everything of yourself depends on your mind. So to remember all Mother Sentient Beings' kindness, be mindful. We cannot forget their kindness. Always we should remember their kindness. If someone make you angry, still you should remember his kindness. You should realize he is my teacher, he was my father, he was my mother, he is my best teacher. He gave me such a wonderful opportunity to practice patience, compassion. Many practitioners, Buddhist practitioners, someone make angry, they are very happy. Really, really. They never get angry. They're very happy because this is the best opportunity to practice compassion and patience. So they're happy. Especially, they should remember their kindness. And all the sentient, we should remember all the sentient beings, mother sentient beings kindness. So our life depends on other people. If we drink 1 cup of water, this also from so many different people, different places. Our good life also, from so many other people. It depends on others. So that's why we should remember, all this kind of kindness of others, kindness. We should remember all this others' kindness, other mothers and Jamies' kindness. Foods, if we order some food from the restaurant, this food come from a team, many workers in the kitchen, and this from market, shops, so many different places, from different workers, so many people, we can remember so many people's kindness with 1 cup of water. So how we can, forget their kindness? How we can harm to them? Really, you are rich, you have money, but where is this money? From where? So it depends on many, many people. So our life depends on others. This body depends on others. Clothes, food, everything depends on others. If you practice compassion, this depends on others. If you practice bodhicitta, you practice generosity, all this practices also from others. It depends on others. No others, how you can practice, how you can survive. So that way, to remember all the mothers and Chinese kindness, and be mindful of their kindness. So everyone know this our parents, very kind, what is kind, and everyone should remember their kindness. But maybe we cannot remember their mothers, all sentient beings' kindness because we already forget their kindness. So that's why we should remind and remember again. And we follow logical view. We have reason. All these teachings have something logic. If you always remember like this and practice like this, to realize and recognize all the sentient beings as my mother in the past life, I try to remember all the mother sentient beings' kindness. If you practice constantly, everyone can be your friend, very good friend. You can, become very close friend. Not only physically, your mind, become very close to each other. Then we can trust each other. And then we can respect it to each other. If you respect it each other, if we trust each other, then we can love and develop and love and compassion each other. Then we can make a happier family, good family, harmony family. So, but this trust come from where? Respect it, physically respect it, verbally respect it, and mentally respect it. This is the most difficult is from mentally respect it each other. But if you always think, oh, try to realize all the mother sentient beings, you call mother sentient beings, you remember mother sentient beings, all the sentient beings as my mother in past life, then you can believe, you can trust them, you can, then you can respect it there. Trust, respect it, the main fundamental of love and compassion. Really, if we don't trust each other, then how we can love each other? How we can keep, good relationship? How we can contact, mind, connected to each other? Physically, you can stay there you can live with them, you can go with them, but you're still your mind very far from them. So you cannot develop compassion and love. And the third one is repent their kindness. As I mentioned, we have many chances, many opportunities to repent their kindness because we are human beings. According to Buddhism, we can pray any times. No need money, no need special time. We can practice compassion, can practice emptiness, love, kindness, remember kindness. Any times for all the sentient beings, especially our parents. And if you have money, then give money to your parents. Serve to your money. If you have time, you spend time with the parents. This is the best way to repent their kindness. But not only these parents, mother and father of this life, we should repay kindness to all the mother sentient beings. So, many people think, like this, oh, I cannot practice because I don't have time. Or I cannot practice Buddhism because I don't have money. Many people, oh, I don't have a condition. In my country, very busy, I cannot practice. This is wrong. If you really want to practice, you don't need a special time. You don't need a special condition. You don't need money. Any times you can practice. Any times, wherever you are, you can practice. When you're driving, when you're working with the computer, you can practice. We have so many different, categories of the practice and methods, and at least you can recite some mantras or Mani Padme Hum, mantra of compassion, Buddha of compassion. Very powerful, very easy. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. You can recite any times. You meditate on Om Mani Padme Hum. You remember Om Mani Padme Hum, meaning of Om Mani Padme Hum, and you meditate, recite. This is the best practice. This kind of the practice you can do any times. This is very easy. And according to Buddhism, Om Mani Padme Hum, this mantra itself has special power. If you recite, if you don't have any good motivation and you cannot visualize properly, but still you can get merits. Still you can create good karma of this recitation. Just Om Mani Padme Hum. Really, really. In Tibet, in the Himalaya region, fathers and mothers, always 24 hours they recite the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum. Actually, they don't know about this mantra, what is the meaning of this mantra, but they believe this mantra and faith in this mantra, and they only this relying on this mantra, just recite the mantra. They can get blessed. They can change a lot, very big change. They become very compassionate, never get angry anymore. So many fathers and mothers. Actually, they don't know much about Buddhism, but still they can change. Belief and this practice, this kind of the practice. And Holiness Dalai Lama, always he says, this is best, our prayer, our puja, in Sanskrit, puja, recite Om Mani Padme Hum, and recite some mantras and meditate on compassion. This is best, ritual for ours, prevent our obstacles and to be free from obstacles. Meditate on compassion. One story, many years ago, near the Holiness Palace, Dharamsala. Once India's local government's office, nobody can sleep there, nobody can walk there because there are many ghosts, demon or Adam or so many, I don't know, some ghost, Then they asked to Holiness what they want to do, and invited Holiness to there. Then Holiness went to there and meditate on compassion. He said for a few hours, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. Then next day morning, many people asked to Holiness again, what did you do? Last night, no anymore there, a ghost anymore there. Very peaceful. Then Holiness replied to them, I didn't do anything, nothing. I just meditate on this compassion for a few hours. That all. So that for example, of course you practice compassion for all the sentient beings. Then who harm to you? Especially this ghost, hungry ghost and ghost demons. They have this gross clairvoyance. They know your mind. So they can see you practice compassion for all the sentient beings. That's why they don't want to harm to you. This is a compassion power. Always you thinking for their suffering and their happiness, so how they can harm to you. A ghost, also this kind of thing, non-human beings also can be your friend if you practice compassion. You can be their best friend because, as I mentioned, because they need your love, your compassion, your help, your support. This is also, this power of compassion. And also this interdependence, depends on each other. You practice for them, and they can be, help to your practice. You develop compassion from them. So many, his history of the Buddhism, many practitioners, they meditate on compassion for all the sentient beings. Non-human beings never harm to them, never, ever. If you practice and believe in Buddha, non-human beings cannot harm you, don't want to harm to you. Because the same is like our mother. We don't want to harm to our mother because his mother loved us. Mother always thinking for us, always thinking for our happiness and suffering. Take care of us. We don't want to harm to him, her. Exactly the same. If you practice for all the sentient beings, compassion, all the sentient beings don't want to harm to you because they know you're best friend of them, the best practitioner for all the sentient beings. You never harm to them. They know. In this way, so we can be happy person. Everyone can be our friend. Non-human beings also can be our friend. This is the power of compassion, And fourth one is, love all the sentient beings equally. Love all sentient beings, equally. Okay. This love is, unconditional love. Unconditional love. Unconditional love means love for everyone equally, not only our friends, parents, all the sentient beings equally. Unconditional love. Those who are dislike you in this life, according to this life, not kind to you, but you should be loved to them. This is, love all the sentient beings equally. According to Buddhist, conditional love is not pure love. This is not genuine love. This is attachment, something like, This is something like business. Conditional love is, something like, oh, I love to him. Maybe he will give something, return back to me something. Maybe he loved to me. This is conditional love. Oh, I love my mother because my mother is loved to me, kind to me. Only we think like this. This is become, conditional love. It is impure love. It is not pure love. Whether some are like you or not, it doesn't matter. Some are good to or not, so it doesn't matter. You must love to them equally. This is pure love. This is unconditional love. This is genuine love. This is a part of this love, cause of compassion. Everyone, when you look at someone, you should think, it's your mother. When we see someone, when we look at someone, it's your mother. This is pure love. This is, unconditional love. In this way, you can develop compassion. Through this kind of the practice, you can develop compassion. In this way, everyone can be your friend, the best person, like your mother is your mother. In this way, you can develop compassion. Then this way, you want to help them. You want to, take care of them. Then you want to caution their life, their happiness, their suffering. This kind of love means this love is, something, this love to everyone as your baby, as your child, as your parents. This is the meaning of this love, cause of compassion. Not like love to have on this body and money, you know, this kind of the condition, unconditional love. He's whether he is rich or not doesn't matter, no matter. He is beautiful or not doesn't matter. Love to everyone's equally. This is unconditional love. This is a pure love. This is a genuine love. But as I mentioned before, not easy to generate this kind of love. Take time, but we can. We will do. Many bodhisattvas become Buddha. Many bodhisattvas have this kind of the mind, compassion, bodhicitta, through this practice, through this kind of this is 7 causes and effects, 7 methods to generate the compassion. They achieve this kind of this that level of realization from this practice. So 5 is compassion. Okay? So first we should recognize all the sentient beings as our mother. Second, to remember all the mother sentient beings' kindness, be mindful of their kindness. And third, to repent their kindness. Fourth, love all the mother sentient beings equally. Fifth is compassion, great compassion. Great compassion is the mind wish to, this all the suffering beings free from suffering. May all the suffering beings free from suffering. This means all suffering beings, not only our parents, not only our friends, not only our mother, father. Your friends, without discrimination between friends and enemies. But according to this practice of bodhisattvas, there are no any enemy, no enemy. Enemy only this from our mind. 3 poisons, attachment, anger, ignorance, the main our enemy. So this is the meaning of compassion. So when you meditate on compassion, we should think like this: may all suffering beings free from suffering. May I all suffering beings free from suffering. I want to practice, practice this for all the suffering beings free from suffering. Always we should think like this. Meditate on these things. Then you can develop compassion. And 6th is sincerity of mind. Very highest intention. Sincerity of mind. This after after the compassion. Then then 7th is in bodhicitta mind. As I mentioned that before, compassion is the mind that wish that all suffering beings be free from suffering of samsara. But we should understand sufferings, very important. So many different sufferings, not only physical suffering of this suffering of this samsara, some suffering of death, suffering of sick, suffering of sickness, suffering of birth, suffering of age, and so we have a lot suffering of jealousy, anger, attachment, ignorance, so many different sufferings. We should remember this kind of sufferings, and then we meditate on compassion. All the suffering beings be free from suffering of samsara. This is the meaning of compassion. The sincerity of mind, highest intention, which means that I want to save others from suffering of samsara, but only myself, I want to do. I want to save other suffering beings from suffering, not relying on others. Myself, this is, sincerity, mind, highest intention. Only myself. Whether someone else wants to help others or not, don't care. I don't care. I must help others with on myself, my own. This is, sincerity, intention, highest intention. Whether some people make clean here or not, doesn't matter. I must clean here, make clean. For example, someone give money to him or doesn't matter. I must help him, myself, my own. Never wait for someone to help him. You must help. This is, sincerity of mind. So we need to meditate on these 7 causes. So meditate means remember again, thinking again, repeat. This is meditation. Mind make familiar to these things. This is meditation. Always you thinking again, 4 times, 3 times every day. First you to recognize all the sentient beings as my mother in past life. Then you remember kindness of other sentient beings. All the times, 4 or 5 times every day. Then your mind become familiar to this thing, this goodness, these mind qualities. Then generate compassion with your mind. Meditate means not all of this, like this, This does means all of this means. Meditation means, mind make familiar with, any special object, specific object. This is, meditation, best meditation. So then thinking again, always thinking, compassion. This is meditation, best meditation. And you remember again what you have a commitment. For example, this is meditation. Always mother's kindness. Remember mother's kindness. All the mother sentient kindness. This is your meditation. This means meditate on, mother's kindness. Always you think emptiness. This is a meditate on emptiness. Always you think again, about the impermanence. This is meditate on impermanence. isn't it? Always you thinking about coffee, coffee, coffee. You meditate on coffee. Your mind become familiar to coffee. Then you want to drink more, 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 more. For example. Finish.
Yeah, let's do some questions before finish.
Okay, yeah.
We have maybe 10 minutes. Yes. Make me.
Geshe, you talked about if you practice compassion for all sentient beings, no sentient beings will try to harm you. But one of the Buddha's chief disciples, Mahamoggallana, was killed by thieves when he was traveling. So if he was practicing compassion, he was an arahant already. So if he was practicing compassion for all sentient beings, why was he killed by the thieves?
Maybe this depends on the situation. Maybe he want to save other many people. Yes, maybe you means this history of this Buddhism, yeah? He was killed the thief, yeah? Because he want to save many other people. Yeah.
No, I don't think he killed the thief. I think he was killed by the thief.
He was killed by the thief.
So he was already practicing a lot of compassion, but still some bad things happened to him. He was killed by the thief.
Thief kill him.
Yes.
This, yeah. Yeah, this is okay. Sometimes, of course, happen this because this is a karma. As I mentioned before, many compassionate people, practitioners, they sacrifice their whole life for other sentient beings. They don't care about their life. If they can save some people, do something for benefit of other sentient beings, they sacrifice their life. Many a history of the many Buddhism, many practitioners, they give their head to other people. They cut their head for other sentient beings. Some bodhisattvas, they sacrifice their body give to the hungry tigers, mother tigers, and so this is so many different reasoning. Yeah.
Another one? No? People online?
So I think, Geshe, this is this seven cause and effect method is more to do with bodhicitta, no? Bodhicitta, or it's like compassion. Both can be.
Yeah, this can be both of
both done.
Buddha, both the compassion and bodhicitta, because seventh is sixth is compassion.
Compassion, yeah.
Seventh is sincerity, intention.
Yeah.
Eighth is bodhicitta.
Bodhicitta.
Yeah. So that's why these five levels methods special generate for generate to compassion. Compassion, that's what is main cause of bodhicitta.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The result.
Yeah,
the last one is bodhicitta.
Last
right?
one is bodhicitta.
So that means like
yes.
So it's more like an altruistic intention.
Yes.
Yeah, basically
Yeah,
compassion. That's the context you were talking
yes.
about.
Yes, compassion is a result of this five five things
Yeah.
To recognize all the mother sentient beings as our mother, blah blah. Remember kindness, repent their kindness, and love all the sentient beings. So this is the main cause of compassion.
Compassion.
Yeah.
And after compassion, you got,
after compassion, sincerity, mind, then bodhicitta.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so with no questions anymore, we dedicate.
Thank you again for teaching, Inla. I want to ask, it's not very as exactly related to what we talked about, but I want to ask you because we talked about the clear light stage right before death. And I wanted to ask you about the significance of the state of mind in the moment before dying. Because there is, I know it's a big thing, but because in the context of bodhicitta, there's some stories, for example, about a mother and a son that are drowning. And just in the moment before their death, they were wishing for the other one to be well and be reborn, like in Sugabati or wherever, and that state of mind saved them and led to their liberation, let's say. So I wanted to ask you about that.
What is the main question? Why this meditate on
the
clear
significance of the state of mind right before death.
light? Before death?
Physical death. Physical death, not this death.
Actually, according to the Buddhists, this time of death, this is the very important time. And before the physical death, we need very good motivation, very important. We have a lot, karma, good karma, bad karma with our mind, a lot of karmas. So time of death, if you have good motivation, you can get a good rebirth, higher rebirth, and you get, good life. And this very important time, time of death. And as I mentioned it before, many higher practitioners after physical death, but still they meditate on clear light. This is, of course, it depends on individual practitioners why they meditate on clear light. Maybe for achieve the Buddhahood for the benefit of all other sentient beings. Maybe they meditate on clear light for the next life. So because they can choose their life, next life. They know where they want to go. They can choose their body. First, they meditate on clear light, and certain times, 20 days, 21 days. Then their departure, their mind departure, they can choose somewhere, this.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Geshe.
Any question?
We can dedicate.
Huh?
We can do dedication, I think.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Kari rawa go yin kane penta dewa ma lin jo yin chiri se wa ten se ja su shabe senta ba to ten jo yin chi chang chi sen jo ran bo che ma che ba na chi che wa nyam ba me ko ne kon du pe wa sho chi sin nan kan ne ba dan ro wa chi sin ne chi ba te se da ne ne chi ro yi do ma se wa sho. Thank you.